So Metro Nashville Public Schools is a pretty large urban district. It's a growing urban district, which is somewhat unique in our current American landscape. So we currently have 88,000 students, about 170 schools. We have 13% of our students are in EL programs and 30% are non-English language background. And we have about 120 different languages spoken in our schools. We feel like we've got to really think about family engagement through the lens of equity and make sure that we're creatively, strategically engaging our families well through knowing them and having a relationship with them.
Family engagement is a critical need in our district, and it's something that that our director of schools values dearly, and so we knew that we needed to really focus and listen to our communities, listen to our families. It really created an opportunity for us to be able to focus on our family engagement strategy for the district.
There are a number of barriers to our educators, our teachers, and our principals communicating with families, and I think one of the deepest, most foundational barriers that we found through this landscape assessment research is that a lot of our school staff don't necessarily believe that families have the ability to, the time to, the want to support their students' learning, which as we talk to parents and students, we know this, but we found in our research that's absolutely not true, that our families want the best for their children academically, that they are being amazing supporters of education at home. We just don't get to see a lot of it.
The belief that perhaps certain families don't necessarily have the skills or abilities to be able to provide the supports for our students. I think that's one of the barriers that we're overcoming, recognizing that all of our families have funds of knowledge and that are able to contribute to our students, and that we can collaborate with our families in order to help our students succeed.
We think that this strategic plan that we've created, our very last outcome, nodded to families as decision makers that will transform our Nashville community. So we feel like a lot of our families feel marginalized or isolated or not included in the school process for a number of reasons. But if our families found their voice, and if we listen to them, they're going to hold us accountable to making sure that every student receives equitable education. They're going to hold us accountable to having quality teaching, to having fair practices.
But we really want to make sure that family engagement isn't necessarily owned within a department. We want every single office, every single teacher, every single staff that works for Metro Nashville Public Schools to believe that family engagement is part of their work, and that our families also believe that our schools and our district want to partner with them. It is our students, and we want everyone to feel ownership as having been a part of that.
We've been sharing the results of our landscape assessment with principals and assistant principals and district leaders, and are hoping to really disseminate this to say, hey, we're going to elevate this family voice and share with you kind of here's the disconnects and what can we as a district do about this across the board, not just Department of Equity and Diversity and Family Community Partnerships, but what can we all do to engage our families.